Hi, I'm Juan,
And I'm Mary.
and we are the Hungry Cuban Adventures. And on this episode, we are doing the 10-question RV challenge. We've been challenged by Eli and Fawn of RV East Coast to answer these 10 questions. And hopefully these 10 questions that will help you make better decisions about your RVing. So we've seen these questions. We're just going to go off the top of our heads, and we're both going to share what's good, the bad, and the ugly.
Here we go.
So here we go. All right, question number one. What is the one thing you would change about your RV? What's the one thing you'll change?
Well, if I could, I'd go for soundproof bathrooms.
Soundproof and smell-proof?
Smell now, soundproof. Yeah, but that's not possible. But that would be like my 3 wishes from the genie. One of them would be a soundproof bathroom.
Okay, soundproof
you
bathroom.
just get used to it. Okay.
You do.
And yours?
That's one thing with the RV. It is, you can hear pretty much everything. You can hear pretty much everything. I wish it wasn't as tall. We are at 13.6 is our clearance. I wish we were a little shorter, and we've even thought about downsizing. But, you know, after 2.5 years of being in here, we're really comfortable with it. We know all the ins and out of it. We're not getting rid of Shelly.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. She's used to us, and we're used to her.
Yeah. So number 2, what is the one thing you did not expect when you purchased your RV? Well, I guess I thought RVing was going to be cheaper than living in our home.
Oh yeah.
You know, I thought it was going to be a lot cheaper, and it is a little cheaper than living at home. Obviously, we don't have pool maintenance and lawn maintenance and all kinds of extra electrical bills and stuff like that. It is a little cheaper, but it's not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. Now, if you boondock and you do a lot of more of the harvest, so it's what we're trying to do now, you know, that can save you quite a bit of money as you're traveling around.
Yeah. And I'd have to agree with Juan. You know, when we first started, we were thinking, oh my goodness, we're going to save so much money on mortgages and water and electric. But especially the way that we follow the sun around the country, you know, we're going during peak seasons, and of course they're going to charge us more for RV parks, which is fine. You know, that's the time you want to be there. But I agree with Juan. I'd say that was the one thing that was different than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's like, you know, when it's wintertime, we're back in Florida. That's when it's the most expensive there. And then in summertime, we're out and about away from Florida, and that's where the higher prices go. So, yeah, we are chasing the weather. So.
Yep.
All right.
Number
3. What was the deciding factor for purchasing your RV?
I don't know if they mean like personally or just after we saw the RV. We bought our RV from a previous owner who took excellent care of it. Had it in a garage. You could tell this man just totally took care of everything that he owned, and that gave me peace of mind knowing that there was not going to be any hidden surprises. So I think once we met the previous owners, and got to know them and saw the RV, then I was like, yeah, this is good. This is the one we want.
Yeah, and I think for me, the deciding factor to sell our house and buy the RV was we had gone to a conference, and if you've been following along our journey for the last several years, you know we're really involved with our church, and we have a lot of smaller churches all over the country that don't have a lot of the gray-haired people with a little bit of wisdom, and we wanted to just go around and explore and explore this beautiful country, and also visit some of our smaller churches to encourage and love up on them and help in any way we can. And it's been, so far, we visited over 30 churches, and it's been a blessing for us. So,
yeah.
Where are we?
What's your favorite camping meal?
What's your favorite camping meal? Well, as you all know, too, if you've been following along, I'm a chef. So I cook a lot of different things, but I think our go-to, at least for me, that I like, is making salmon, grilled salmon, with grilled vegetables and grilled potatoes, and it's just a real basic meal with a lot of citrus type flavors, and that's kind of like our go-to. But I cook just about anything.
And hamburgers on the grill too. I guess anything in the grill is pretty good.
Can't go wrong with a hamburger on the grill.
Yeah,
cheeseburger.
Getting the grill out. Yeah.
What is your must-see destination? Number 5. What is your must-see destination? What is your must-see destination?
I have really lately been wanting to see the Canadian Rockies because I know my sister was up there and showed us pictures of them, and just the pristine beauty of all of it, and the mountains and the beautiful lakes. And this year we went to Nova Scotia and totally enjoyed the Canadian Maritimes. So to see the Canadian Rockies is on my wish list.
Yeah, and I like to follow that up by continuing and going to Alaska. I've been watching a lot of different videos of different YouTubers that I follow, and just to see just the Canadian Rockies and then Alaska, and just there's so much beauty out west. There really is. We love Florida, but we love going out west. There's just incredible beauty.
Yeah, there's.
What is your favorite thing about RVing?
Well, I have to tell you one thing that I've really, really enjoyed is having the kids come and stay with us where we're at. We had them come out to Utah, and then another time to Rocky Mountain National Park, and then another time up to Hershey. And it's a total week of making memories in the RV, and that's really, really, really been a blessing to have those times and memory making with the kids and now the grandchildren, and then visiting the churches and making new relationships, and just catching up with old relationships we've had over the years. So those are my things.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about RVing is just the freedom to get up and go and visit different places and meet new people and actually catch up with old friends. This past year we've caught up with a bunch of old friends, and that's been a blessing, and made some new friends. So just the freedom and the flexibility to be able to travel wherever we want and whenever we want, pretty much.
Yep.
What is your least favorite thing about RVing? I'll tell you that one.
I know what he's going to say.
The poop hose. The poop hose. The poop hose. That's it.
What is it, Eddie?
The poop hose. It's a job that you got to do, but it's not your favorite thing to do. I don't think any RVer likes dumping their tanks and hooking up in the morning, and
Yeah.
I don't know. The poop hose.
It's a nasty job. Somebody's got to do it. It's just part of the deal. Yeah.
I do it. She does other things. So what's your least favorite?
What is my least favorite? Well, I haven't gotten the hang of driving this thing, and I don't know that I ever will. And that Juan does all the driving. I'm not crazy about that because I get kind of concerned that he's doing all the driving. But he just paces himself, and if he needs to stop and
Take a siesta.
Yeah.
We take siestas. Whenever we're tired, we just stop.
But that's another one. That's one of my favorite things about RVing is that we can pull into a rest area. We have our own bathroom. We have our own kitchen. You don't have to go and use, some gas station restroom or whatever. You just got your whole house here, and your own little bed, and everything is the way you like it. And it's clean and fresh, and I really enjoy that part of RVing.
Yeah, it's funny because we'll go and stay with friends or stay in the area of friends, and they always invite us to their homes, which we are very grateful for. But you get used to your own bed, your own bathroom, having your stuff in one place and knowing everything. And I think just the comfort of that is just very appealing.
Yep, it is.
Number 8, what is on your wish list for your next RV?
Oh, gee.
Well, I'll tell you, we love the Tiffin Allegro bus. We have a 37 AP. It's to us is very luxurious. It has everything that we ever wanted in it. But I know Tiffin is looking at getting something smaller, creating something smaller. I would like to have the same luxury that we have here, but maybe in a little smaller version.
I agree with that. When we first started this journey, we didn't know how much room we would need, and it's amazing how little space you really do need, especially if you're out enjoying the different areas that you're visiting. So the next RV would be smaller,
but still with the same luxuries, like having a washer and dryer. That makes a big difference to us.
Yeah,
just
definitely.
the convenience of that. So
Yeah.
Number 9, what is your favorite adult beverage at camp?
Red
wine. Now we do drink a lot of water, and Mary is addicted to
the sparkling waters,
sparkling waters,
which
and
are
she
really
loves
good.
those.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and I drink a lot of water. It's always with me. Kind of, you've seen this around the videos. It's always full of water. There's no adult beverages in there.
No, not while he's driving. No.
But yeah, a nice glass of red wine.
Yep.
We really
At the
appreciate
end
it.
of the day, put your feet up. It's a nice way to end the day.
And when it's hot, a nice cold beer. Number 10, what is your favorite indoor RV accessory?
Whew. Okay, go.
As we look around. I'd go back and say the washer and dryer.
Oh, yeah.
There's just a convenience about that. I'm grateful that a lot of the parks that we go to have washers and dryers, but you have to drive there, just the inconvenience, and you got to be back there because you don't want to keep your load occupying it while somebody else wants to wash it. It's just a convenience. Whether we're watching TV or just doing stuff around the RV, we can throw a load in, maybe leave, come back later, and do the dryer. So I think that's a huge convenience, and that's one thing that when we thought about downsizing, some of the ones that we were looking at, the downsize did not have a washer and a dryer, and that was a big no-no.
That was
for
a
us.
deal breaker, really.
That was a deal breaker.
Yeah, for full timing, yeah. I mean, if you're just out for, weekends and just trips, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But this is life, and yeah, really, I would agree with Juan that that's a must for us. And the other thing it's been really chilly here lately, and we've been putting the fireplace / heater on, and that's been nice
Worked
too.
right. That and the aqua hot, between the aqua hot
yeah.
and the fireplace, man, we're nice and toasty in here. It's been 20 something outside, and it's been 60 and 70 in here. And this Floridian
You don't do
from Cuba to Florida does not like cold weather.
No, he does not. Nope.
I mean,
No.
layers is the name of the game.
Yep.
But we love it. We love being outdoors, and we just got to get some good jackets.
Yeah.
I hope this has helped. I hope this has helped you with understanding our thinking about RVing. But now we're here to challenge another couple.
All right.
And we're going to challenge Ben and Charity from Grateful Glampers, a young family that is RVing full-time also with their kids. And we challenge you to do the 10-question RV challenge. Have a great day. Thank you for coming and visiting our channel. If you like this kind of content, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, and just leave us a comment. Thanks a lot. We appreciate you visiting with us. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.